Good morning, YouTube. So this morning I got in my car and I tried to start it and it wouldn't start. The battery is dead, and this actually happened yesterday when I was getting an acai bowl. I called AAA and they just jump started it and said, oh, well, you know, it's gonna be fine now, your battery should be fine. I obviously tried to start it again and it's not working. So I'm gonna have to call AAA right now and get them on the phone and then tell them what's happening and I need a new battery. So that's cool. Everything about my diet has changed because I can't have sugar now. I feel like all I had ever ate was sugar and it made me feel like crap. And if you guys are trying to cut out sugar, then maybe this will be good for you. So some of you guys know I did cut out sugar 2.5 weeks ago, and that's not very long. But when you try to live your life without sugar, when sugar is literally in everything, it's so hard. With that said, I'm trying to find a system for myself and a lifestyle without eating sugar. I want to list a few reasons why I cut out sugar. I cut out sugar for numerous reasons. Number one, I cut out sugar because I just feel like sugar is an addiction for me. I wanted to kind of like see if I could cut it out just to see if I could do it. Yes, it's been hard, but I'm doing it and I didn't realize I could get this far with it. Before I cut out sugar, I think I've mentioned to you guys, I was literally eating like anything and everything I wanted, anything with sugar in it. I just didn't really pay close attention because I was like, well, I'm working out hard and I don't eat that bad. But when you take sugar and you put it in every single thing you're eating just about, it's bad. Sugar is literally in so many things and you kind of have to just like monitor and watch it if you're trying to like get healthier. Number two is I have like really bad bouts of anxiety for a long time, like for years, like probably 5 years now. I think that sugar just is a stimulant and it makes my brain work overtime, and especially like when I'm trying to sleep or something, just always going on. And it also bleeds into depression and just like really dark thoughts. Like, I'll be laying there and all these dark thoughts just like consume my mind, and then I'm like, what did I eat today, you know? And so it started this cycle where I would be going just driving in my day. I feel like I had like just these really bad thoughts, and I just figured that it was just like something I had to work through. You know, I wasn't sure what it was. I don't really want to go into detail with you guys because it's just not the kind of positivity I want to put out on my channel. It's just kind of more negative, but it's just something that I had to struggle with on a daily basis, and I got so sick and tired of it. And this is something that this is so real. This is so hard for me to talk about, but at the same time it's really healthy for me to share with you guys. The other reason is my heart. I have not noticed one thing wrong with my heart from staying away from sugar. It has been so freeing. I haven't felt the pulling and the tugging and the pressing and the sharp pains and all that stuff. For so many years, you guys, I've been battling what is going on with my heart. I've been to the ER maybe 4 or 5 times. I have felt heart palpitations constantly. I guess I just feel totally crappy when I have sugar. Overall, my body just feels so bad. I noticed too that cutting out caffeine really helps because caffeine is a stimulant. I've been drinking decaf coffee for about 5 years, about as long as I had my first big anxiety things. I cut out caffeine. Now I only have decaf. Starbucks coffee still has caffeine and decaf. It's not like totally decaf. I would be getting an Americano every single day, and I still get that on occasion. I'm not having it every day. I don't like not being able to have coffee. What I was starting to do though when I cut out sugar is I was just getting like a little bit of cream in my Americano, no sugar. Now I just completely cut out coffee because I feel like it's a stimulant and it can also trigger my heart symptoms. I don't know what's going on with my heart. The doctors haven't been able to figure it out. They can't find anything. So it's very frustrating because you just want to know. I always want to know what's going on with my body, and I can't figure it out. So it's very frustrating. I think sugar, as delicious as it is, I don't think everyone struggles with what I'm struggling with. So when I tell people, oh, I cut out sugar, they're like, I don't know how you do it, and I can't imagine not having sugar in my life. And I totally get that. I was there. I don't think a lot of people struggle with what I struggle with. When it can affect your mental health, that's when you kind of have to take a step back and look at it and say, okay, is this good for me? Is this something that I want to live with? Because it's definitely a choice. You don't have to live like that. I know that there's a lot lot less brain activity with me when I don't have sugar, but at the same time, it gives me more brain power to do things that are positive, things that are going to help me in the long run. I want to talk to you guys really quick about the detox because I don't see a lot of this on YouTube as well. I'm going to say it took about a solid week and a half for me to feel somewhat normal. I'm not joking. Like, I had insomnia, I had headaches, and I didn't even eat that much sugar, to be honest. I don't eat or consume like a ton of sugar. I just feel it was enough for my body to be like, whoa, what's happening? First, I went through insomnia, and I also went through a really bad bout of depression. Like, it was to the point where I was actually really nervous, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get out of this. And I don't really like share this with the public. I am right now, but I don't usually typically go on my Instagram stories and share why I'm depressed. But this was definitely something that I was like so confused about. I did a lot to my body in the last 3 months. I did intermittent fasting. I did that for about a month. That really messed up my hormones, and I probably won't ever do that again. It was so bad that I had road rage, and I was just like so angry. I was just not nice to anyone around me. Then I started incorporating meat back in my diet. So not only did I do the intermittent fasting, I started eating meat, and then I cut out sugar. So my body went into this weird shock, and I feel it was just really hard for my body because I was just experiencing a lot of different things. Hormone and mood swings really bad. I just feel like it's definitely something that you want to really know that you need to do or want to do in order to do it. In order to be like fully committed to it, you kind of have to have a back reason for it. Otherwise, you're just gonna slip up and start eating sugar again. My why for cutting out sugar isn't just to like, oh, lose weight, because I don't feel like I'm losing weight, to be honest. Yeah, especially when I eat acai bowls and stuff, because I still have fruit sugar. I'm not cutting out all the fruit sugar. I don't have juice. I don't drink juice. I don't eat the fruit snacks. I don't touch that stuff. I only get my sugar from fruit. There was a day where I was so depressed, I literally didn't want to function. I was sitting in my room on the floor. I was just scared. When you're so depressed, you get really scared. You don't know what to do. And I was just like, I gotta write this down. So I sat there and I just wrote out my feelings, and I wrote exactly what I was feeling in that moment. It was almost as if I was communicating with someone. I knew it was me, but I was talking to somebody about it, and it just really helped me get through that moment. And I kind of figured it was diet related just because I was going through so many different changes in my diet, but I wasn't exactly sure, and that's the scariest part when you don't know. To get through that, I just really started to pray, and I started to think about all of the good things in my life. You have to think about the things that are worth living for, and you have to start turning your mind around. It's work. It actually is work. I had to go into this major prayer with God and just have a heart-to-heart and one-on-one with Him and just say, I'm miserable right now. I need your Holy Spirit to come and help me and fill me. And I know this may come across as religious, but this is the way that I survived this, because I could have waited a week or two and I could have seen how I got better or whatever like that, but honestly, this was the thing that got me through it. God got me through it. And I just want to encourage you guys, like, if you're not a prayer person, try it. Just try praying. Journal. Go for a walk outside. I try to figure out whatever makes me happy. I try to do that. So whatever makes you guys happy. And this is a huge one. This is the huge one, and I'll end with this topic. When you have anxiety and you're majorly depressed, what you start to do is you start to seclude yourself in your room away from people. And I noticed in my life, I have been secluding myself. I've been literally going to my room for the last almost year, and I just shut myself in my room and I watch shows, or I play my guitar, or I hang out in there. And I had a weekend, just this last weekend, I was really busy. I was just doing stuff. I was staying active. I was hanging out with people and groups of people. And I just want to say, being around people is so beneficial. You just like absorb their energy and you feel good because you are connecting with that person and they're connecting with you. This is so much better than being alone. And sometimes it's nice to be alone. Sometimes it's really, really nice to just go to your room and do nothing. But there are those moments when you just feel like you need to be with someone and you need to be with a group of people. And so that's kind of something that I'm personally working toward. I don't want to go to my room and just be alone and just sit there every day. I don't live in a town where I have all these friends, and especially at my age, it's very hard to find friendships at my age and stay connected when everyone's married and going on vacations and stuff. It's very, very hard and it's a serious challenge, but I'm trying to stay positive and I'm trying to say, this is what I need. This is who I am. I was raised around a ton of people, a big family, church gatherings, school activities. I was in choir, swim. I was always in a group. I feel like the older I get, I'm very apt to just be alone, and it's easier because you're not 16 anymore. You can't be like, hey, come over. It's not like that anymore. You have to make it happen for yourself. You can't just sit back in your room and just wait for people to call you anymore. That just doesn't work. You have to take initiative for your life, and you have to say, okay, I need to call my friend because I'm at a really low right now, whoever that is. And I also want to encourage you guys to make new friends. It's very challenging to reach out to someone and be vulnerable and to tell them where you're at in your life. I did that for the last 2 weeks. I reached out to a bunch of different people that I knew, and I just wanted somebody to talk to, and I wanted someone to relate with, and it really helped, you guys. I reached out to a few people and they reached back out to me and they told me they were praying for me and stuff, and we made plans to hang out. Sometimes we just wait. We just expect people to call us and text us and be like, hey, come to my party or come hang out. But do you realize that they're doing the same thing that you should be doing? They're reaching out to you just like you should be reaching out. That is my encouragement for you guys today. Because it is Mental Health Awareness Month too, I wanted to share this with you guys and just kind of share with you where I'm at and stuff. I'm not just not eating sugar because I just want to look good or whatever. The last thing I'll say is, without sugar, your skin gets a lot more clear and very smooth. It's crazy. If you guys are going through anything like this, please reach out to someone and comment below if you feel comfortable and just tell me what you're going through, and I would love to hear your story and I'd love to hear about whatever it is you're going through. I hope you guys have a really good day. Please give this video a thumbs up, please subscribe, hit the little notification bell for more videos in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel, and I love you guys. Have a good day.